Let us explore how to determine the equation of a line if we know 2 points. If we have a graph and we know 2 points, so this is going to be point 1, 3, and we know this point up here 3, 7, and we've got a line going through there. If you know 2 points, then you can work out the equation. So remember, the equation is y equals mx plus c, where m is the slope or the gradient and m is equal to rise over run, which is equal to change in y, how much it goes up, for each unit goes along. So a slope of 2 says that for everyone we go along, we go up 2. And slope is going to be slope's going to be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So reading left to right, this is going to be x1, this is going to be y1. Remember, in an ordered pair, the ordered pair, the first number is the x value, second number is the y value. So this is going to be x2, y2. So the slope m equals, so step 1, work out m. m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So in this case we look at y2, so it's 7 minus 3, because that's y1. Then we go x2, 3 minus 1, and that's going to be equal to 4 divided by 2, which is equal to 2. Remember, a positive slope goes up, a negative slope goes down. So the next thing we want to do, step 2, work out is what is c. Now if you know the gradient, and we know so far that y is equal to mx plus c, and we know that my is equal to 2x plus c. If I want to find out what c is, if I know one value for x and one value for y, I can work out c. If you have an equation and you're missing just one thing, you can work that out. So I've got 2 points where I know the value of x and y. So I'm just going to choose this one here because the numbers are smaller. So I rearrange this equation. Y. So y minus 2x equals c. So c is equal to y minus 2x, where x is equal to 1, y is equal to 3. So I go c is equal to 3 minus 2 times 1. So 3 minus 2. So c is equal to 1. So right there, that point is going to be 0, 1. So now we write out the equation in full. Y is equal to mx plus c. So y is equal to, we figured out m is equal to 2x plus 1. So when you're doing this, we do this, break this up into 2 steps, or 3 steps actually. If we know 2 points where the line goes through, we can work out m using that formula. Once we've worked out m, we then use one of those values, stick it into the equation, rearrange for c, stick those values into that equation, that works out c. So now we know m and we know c. Let's do one more example on this. Let us take this point here, a graph here. I know this point here, this point is -1, 3, and I know this point over here, so this is 3, -1. So I do what I did before. M, is this going to be x1, y1, x2, y2, and there's going to be a line through there. So I want to find out M. Step 1, find out M. M is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is equal to minus 1 minus 3 over 3 minus 1. So this is going to be 1 minus 1 minus 3 is going to equal minus 4. So remember, if you have two negatives, that's the same as a positive. It becomes 4. So M is equal to minus 1. And that seems reasonable. It's travelling downwards. Downwards means it's a negative number. Step 2 was work out C. C is equal to y minus mx from rearranging the equation, which is equal to, choose that point there. Actually, let's choose that. Let's choose that point. So we're going to go y is equal to 3 minus m, we said is minus 1, times the value of x over there is also minus 1. So now we have 3 minus 1 times minus 1 is plus 1, minus 1 equals 2. Lots of negatives in there, I know, can get a little confusing. But if you look at this, 2 seems reasonable. So now the equation of the line y is equal to mx plus c, which is equal to, we said m was minus 1x plus 2, or we can just write that as y is equal to minus x plus 2.